Greetings, friends, and welcome to the woods. I've been talking about psychic parasites, little non corporeal, bothersome entities that attempt to attach to us and drain our vitality. And today, let's talk a little bit about psychic vampires, the humankind that walk amongst us. They're basically humans that have learned bad habits, and most of them. There are a few ethical psychic vampires, so I have to be careful how I'm saying this. But in the norm, most of them are people who have learned to manipulate energy, but they do it in such a way that they are taking from someone. Instead of linking to someone, cycling the energy so that the energy builds, and then when the people, when the two part, each person walks away with more, which is what happens with most of our friendships and the people we love and our family. We look forward to seeing them for many different reasons, but spiritually speaking, the exchange of energy replenishes both people. You can build on it. It gives you more vitality, which means it gives you more happiness, it gives you inspiration, it gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you a lot of grounding if you are coming from a family with strong traditions and strong beliefs in supporting each other. There's a lot of benefit to face-to-face contact. And it doesn't have to be face-to-face, but it's stronger when it's face-to-face. You don't get the same exchange of energy this way. There is some of that occurs, but it's not the same. So, face-to-face. But there are some people who have taken their spiritual abilities, their spiritual gifts, their ability to move energy, and they use it to steal. Which is to say, they don't ask you, may I have some of your vitality? May I have some of your energy? You look like you have a lot. I can calm you down. You look like you're bouncing off the walls. Can I take some of that from you? You don't need as much as you have. They don't do that. They just take. They knowingly, deliberately have learned somewhere along the line that they have the ability to move energy from someone else to themselves. They put their intention out there to do that. They've learned how to tap into their own ability to move energy. They find someone who's open to them, who they think would be a good mark, someone that they can get into a conversation with, or just somebody who's open in general, who doesn't have shields or wards they can sit next to, or if they do have shields and wards, they can engage in a conversation with to open those up, or elicit sympathy, because that's a really good way to tap into somebody else's energy. If you can get them to feel toward you, to have emotions toward you, anger, happiness, but sympathy, that's a good one. They can feel sorry for you and want to help you. You can pull energy off of that fairly easily. Another way to do it is if that other person, the person that you've marked, the person that you want energy from, if they need something from you, if they want your approval, if they want to date you, if they are looking to impress you, anything where they want something from, they feel that they owe you something, that's one way to get their energy. Because all of those things open them up. Oh, I want to impress them. Oh, what can I do? What can I do? The vampire sees that and takes that in. Oh, you're open to me? I'll take that. Some people do it subconsciously, and they don't make a habit of it. It's not something they do all the time. Sometimes it's very subconscious. I see parents and children back and forth with that all the time. Now, usually with the parent-child situation, it's going both ways. It's a synergy. Both of them are increasing their energy by contact with the other, but not always. You do have the toxic situation where you have one who's just pulling it off of the other because I deserve this. It's all your fault, whatever the all your fault is. The one who's feeling the responsibility toward the other is just given it. I'm responsible in some way for your situation, whether it's the child saying, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. You just had to have sex. It's all your fault. Give me all your energy. Give me everything. Or the other way around, the parents saying, I brought you into this world and you're here to take care of me. So it can run both ways. But when you have a situation where you have somebody who's feeling responsible for someone else, it throws the balance toward the person who's feeling obligated to give. And that can happen. You can have situations where you have a congregation, and in many cases with organized religion, it's on some level expected that the congregation, the people who are being led, will gift their energy, the energy that they're pulling up through their singing or their praise or their prayer, through their spiritual leader who is supposed to be the go-between, the bridge between them and source. You don't need a bridge. That's the whole point. You can engage someone to help you, encourage you or inspire you, or to hold that energy, or to help you find that. But ideally, we're all a bridge. We can all hold that link to source. But with some organized religions, the congregation are encouraged to gift their energy to their leader, their priest, their minister, their rabbi, whoever that is. And pulling your energy so that everyone has something, it can be beneficial if the leader is funneling it back to the congregation and creating a circuitry by which they all are fed. That's the way you want to do it, so that you have a whole community working together to improve the community. But it doesn't always work that way. If you walk away from church feeling really tired, you probably, or just like you haven't gained anything, and you probably don't have that synergy flowing. And when you have a situation where one person's sick and the other person's healthy, and there's mutual respect and love and friendship, most often the person who's ill will be gathering more energy than the person who isn't. And that's a temporary situation, and that's okay. Healers, as they walk through the world, are accustomed to pulling lots of energy through in order to gift to those who are in need. That's their calling. You just have to remember when you do that, it doesn't come from you. You need to pull it through you from source. And because of that, you have to really catch yourself in your life when you're out of integrity, because that's where when this breaks down, when this connection breaks down, and you're a healer and you're still feeding others, that's where it becomes a problem. And now, with as chaotic as this world has become, you have to be very careful about how much of that you do. You can straighten somebody else's spirit out so that their connection is feeding them, and have that be how you heal them. But if you're just doing it all for them and emptying your vitality out to do it, you're in trouble. Because with what's happened right now in the world, you can't do that. There's too much need, and you're throwing it down a dark hole if you do it that way. So, back to vampires. There are people who very knowingly, willingly, intentionally pull energy from others. Have to be careful. When you're with somebody, and while you're with them, and they're focused on you, it's euphoric, it's amazing, it's wonderful. But afterwards, when you're no longer in their company, you're exhausted. And it happens very quickly. And you see them and you're euphoric again. And when they go, when they depart, your energy departs with them. Be careful about that. Now, there's a difference between those who just make us very happy by their presence. The room lights up, they carry a lot of energy with them. And when you're with them, you're more. There's a difference between that and someone who comes in, hooks you, drags you over, engages you, and the minute their attention's off you, you're just, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open for people who do that. They'll go from person to person. They'll look for the person who's the most open and bright-eyed and eager to please and young. They love going after children because children still have that connection to source. They can reach right through that child and pull on the source energy and damage the child in the process. We have to take care of our young. And we have to watch out for those vampires. I think that's probably enough for today. And welcome to the woods.